Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. I thought it'd be fun to see what notebooks I am using for the new year, and I guess I always like seeing what people are doing, how they stay organized, and so I thought I would share my system, if you want to call it that, with you as well. So basically this will just cover the Traveler's notebooks and some odds and end notebooks that I use on a semi-regular, if not regular basis. The first thing I just want to point out is that I had this 5-star Mead notebook. Picked it up at Target or something, and I have talked about this, but very nice paper for just an everyday notebook. And I just used this for my seasonal planning. So Thanksgiving, what we were having, different notes on Christmas, who was getting what cards I needed to send, and so forth. I spent some time with my granddaughter doing some crafting, so I even made a tab for that to keep track of what I needed to buy for supplies. We had several fall birthdays, so I just made little tabs. And then the last but not least is thank you notes I need to write. So that is kind of a seasonal thing. I don't have this around all the time. I don't really like having a million books, but I'm not really sure how to get around it. Typically, or in the past, I may have put this kind of note keeping in my daily planner, and that just got to be overwhelming. So a few years back, I decided just to do a separate seasonal extra note keeping. This I bought, I think, earlier this fall. This is I think the Lehit, I don't know how you say it, Smart Fit Lehit Lab. It's just a basic A5 cover. It's sort of a nylon type feel. It has kind of a canvas look to it, and it's really dirty. It's not fancy, but it's very purposeful for what I need. I decided not to do a leather excuse me, cover for my planner this year because really it just sits on my desk or my certain area in my kitchen where I keep all that kind of stuff. It's just much easier for me to just have it open. I rarely take this with me, so it is just sitting there, and I didn't, I guess, want to waste a leather cover just sitting there open on the kitchen counter. Right now I have my wonderful pen from my friend Donna. This is a Swedish-made pen, made in Sweden, and it's, or was it Switzerland? Now I forget. Anyway, it's economical. It's a 7-year pen, so it's supposed to last a long time. But I really like having this. It just twists open and twists shut. I had been using a fountain pen with my planner, but I find that this little pen is super easy to open and close, and I like the convenience of that. What I do here is just kind of your basic setup with a lot of calendars. You have all the months lumped together, and then the weeks are afterwards. So I just clasp together, like, say, here's January, and then here's my weeks for January. So that is that. The next thing, some of this will be a repeat, but I just want to show you the stack. I've got these nice planners from my friend Sherry at Wholeheartedly for the Lord, and I decided to use these as my health. I wouldn't really even call it self-care, but I guess you could put it in that category. Trying to focus on zooming in on healthy eating, and so I'm working on intermittent fasting. And so I keep records here of what I've eaten, what time of day I finished eating, what time of day I started. And it's worked really well for that. It's really handy, and I keep it over with my planner. The next thing I have going is my Sahara from Speckled Fawns. The Sahara is the name of the leather. And this is where I just keep the everyday occurrences logged. So that I commonly call my book of days, and I like to keep one of these handy in each notebook. Also, I've been trying to keep a card handy in each notebook to tear washi, and these are the fabric tabs I want to use. Another thing that I don't use daily, but I do have around for handy use, because it's maybe not daily, but a fairly often thing, would be my commonplace book. I do like this. This is the Lockbee Field Journal, of transcribing. So if I want to copy longer passages of something that I like, or that I want to remember or reinforce in my brain, or I just think is beautiful, and I feel like writing with my fountain pens, I will get that out. This is a really nice journal. It's A5. I love the ruggedness of it. I don't worry about it getting scratched. Got a nice, sturdy, really thick elastic pen loop, which I really like. And I do like writing in this, but my mostly daily type journaling is in the standard notebook. I've shown you this recently. This is my gratitude journal, which is coming along nicely. I'm loving the fountain pens in this. This is a piece from Donna, which I stuck in my nice notebook that I love so much. It's so beautiful, from Carla. Thank you both. And you have seen my, I guess I call it my faith journal, devotions. This is just where I keep a little devotional. This is where I keep track of prayer requests and answers. I've added this element of promises that I come across in the Bible and applications. So also things I feel like I need to work on or need to be aware of, and, you know, like apply to my life kind of things. And then I just do a section of scripture journaling where I write down a Bible verse or 2 or 3, whatever I feel like, that has stuck out to me in my reading. Okay, so there's a few more journals that I'm using this year. These 3 journals are for journaling, writing sentiments to my grandkids and my kids and my husband. I've recently talked about these, but they don't get used a whole lot, but a few times a month, I'd say, probably. So I keep them well within handy reach so that I can do that. And then I have my Start Bay notebook, which I use for my book club notes or any kind of book that I'm reading. I take notes on it if we're going to be discussing it. Otherwise, I fill out the little logbook that I got from Yellow Paper House. And you know what? I have that mixed up. That's this one. This is my book club book. This is this is not Start Bay. This is Traveler's Notebook. This is the newer one that's a little more suede-y. And I altered it by putting this cattywampus cover on it. This is the one I use for church notes, the Start Bay notebook. And that works well because it's a little stiffer and it gives me a little bit of a surface to write on, kind of like a little mini desk, although it is softening up with use. I really liked this a lot. It smells good. It's a very smooth, polished leather, and it's just been a very pleasant experience. A little bit different than my more rustic notebooks, but very, very well loved. And this is my Cherry Sky Waypoint leather from Chic Sparrow, which I use as my pen journal. I have my Stalogy here, often quite handy, just off to the side where I write notes for videos. Usually I just kind of keep a tally of videos that I've made, and then I play around with my inks. And sometimes I just, if I'm swatching to see what color I want to use, I'll put it in there, or, you know, whatever. Do some little pictures. I do love the crinkly feel, and I love the size. I really do like the B6, but this is just kind of a multi-purpose notebook. So I think that about sums it up. There certainly are a lot of notebooks. I don't know that I always like that, but I do have a purpose for all of them, and they're all being used. I don't know how I would really eliminate any of them. I like having things kind of sectioned off so that they make sense. I kind of like to categorize things. One year I went through a Moleskine expanded and just put all kinds of things in it. And that was nice because it was kind of one notebook. But if I want to find something or go back, I don't know. My brain tends to want to organize things. And so I have all kinds of categories. But so far it's working. And I'm glad to put all these to use. I definitely have my favorites among them, but they're all enjoyed, and it's been a really fun journey to have all these notebooks, and I'm looking forward to a new year with them. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Take care, and we will see you soon.